Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
Welcome to another episode of the Push to Pass podcast. It's JP, folks. How you doing? Today, I want to kind of revisit some crucial lessons I had wished I learned earlier in my entrepreneurial journey, and these insights I hope can significantly impact your business going forward. So let's dive right in. I want to talk about revenue generating activities. It's one of the most crucial lessons that I learned, the importance of focusing on revenue generation. And every project has a bent towards that. It's crucial for small operation and scaled businesses alike. Hey, I know when you first get started as a solo operator, there's lots of things you got to think about. What's your domain name? Who's keeping track of the bills and who's sending out the bills and what does the website look like? But it's vital to prioritize tasks that directly contribute to revenue early. If you're not working on activities that bring in the money, it's not going to happen because you are the brand, you are the number one salesperson, you are the rainmaker. And for scaled businesses, once you start to grow, you got to become wary of becoming bogged down in excessive meetings and bureaucracy that's going to slow down your progress. A growing business can be distracted on projects that really don't make any money. And that's why the businesses exist. Let's be frank. We can't employ people. We can't sponsor the Little League team. We can't do a 401k match if we don't make money. As my old mentor, Tom Donahue, used to say, hey, if you don't have the cash, you don't make the dash. And he was right. I kind of reframe 4 different questions on every project. Number 1, will the activity generate revenue with new clients? And if it doesn't, I got a follow-up. How can this activity generate revenue with new clients? Okay. Number 3, will this activity reinforce relationships with existing clients and potentially grow revenue? Or how can this activity be reframed to reinforce relationships with existing clients and gain revenue, gain more wallet? Those 4 questions can help you kind of reframe or eliminate projects and programs that don't fit. So after we make the money, then what happens? Well, I want to spend a little time on financial management and transparency. Those are 2 crucial aspects of business that I wish I had grasped earlier as well. I really had to self-teach financial management. It wasn't a natural skill for me, but I don't want you to be afraid of it either. It's really pretty easy, and once you kind of learn about it, it becomes pretty interesting, to be honest with you. I want to strongly encourage every entrepreneur to take some classes in financial reporting and basic accounting. Even it's just simple YouTube videos and things like that. Because understanding financial reports significantly improved my business performance. It helped me develop better budgets, monitor financial statements. I knew how to read a balance sheet. All those things are absolutely core for any business owner. And then comes the transparency of that. Sharing the performance data with your team is absolutely a game changer. I made a point to share monthly reports with my staff. This practice provided several benefits. 1, it provides your team with a framework to understand your decisions. They might not agree with the decisions, but they can start to look at the financials and go, yeah, I can see why he's making these changes, or I understand that these things actually cost money. It really helped me on the staffing side when I showed them these are the resources that we're spending on your benefits and health care. It's a real thing. It's not just a throwaway benefit of being employed by my company. I think all that stuff is really good for a small business team to start to learn the fundamentals of how you make decisions about your money and how you can sustain the business long term. The second thing is it builds confidence, especially in small businesses where employees kind of want to know if you can make payroll or not. And three, it eliminates the crowd of secrecy that can undermine trust. I felt like in businesses that I worked with, there was water cooler conversation about this. Why did they make that decision? I heard we're going to have layoffs. Why are we spending money on this when we're laying off people? When you start having and sharing financial reports with your team, man, I tell you what, it makes them more engaged, it makes them more involved, it makes them better business partners with you. Remember that financial literacy may not be the most exciting aspect of running a business, but it's a cornerstone of every good business practice. As I conclude today, I want you to focus on revenue generating activities, developing strong financial management skills, and maintaining transparency in finances with your team. They're all key factors in building a successful operation. And by implementing these lessons, you can avoid some of the pitfalls I encountered early on by not knowing and not telling those stories. I hope this was a helpful episode for you. Man, share it with a friend. I'd be delighted if you did that, and it means so much to me when you share or like my episodes. I can't wait to speak with you next week on the Push to Pass podcast. So long, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.